And now here we can see, well, here is some settings at the moment. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Salam Habibi, how are you? I hope you are fine. It is me, Michaela Santa. I am here with you. According to its titles, yes, we are roasting Sakshi, the man haters. Now we can see those points. Well, what is feminism? Feminism is the definition of feminism is man hate against both of man and transgenders. And here, well, in these cases, the definition of feminism is man haters. And now, in these cases, the moments here today we are talking about Dr. Gabriele Monschau. Now, who is Dr. Gabriele Monschau? In this case, Dr. Gabriele Monschau is a girl to be a German deputy director of German Foreign Intelligence Agency. And here we are talking about the attack on Berlin LGBT. Okay. Now, first of all, here we can see. Well, now it is. We can see this points. It is too much time at some points. Well, now here we can see the sources about YouTube Israel, and here some transcript is in Hindi. Now here Google Translate is long live. Now, in accordance with the statement of Sakshi, in 29 minutes 41 seconds, she genuinely hate mans. What do they know? Well, when I see man, I think duck. Man seems like dude dash on the sides. Okay. Now in here 29 minutes 49 seconds. Well, Sakshi's statement is like here, man, no way. And then you realize here, man, what do man know? Okay. Well, what do man know? Either shake it off and go minutes for 19 minutes and 34 seconds, and then it is brothers. Okay. Now, according with 29 minutes 58 seconds of timestamps, here we can see 3 or 4 things come up, and they says here, you know what, I am a man's brothers. And now here Sakshi's statement is here, is the man born from father's womb? Here the women gave birth to them, right? That is the points of the Sakshi Chas. And here my counterpoint is here, no, there is not all men born from women's womb. Okay. And here in this the points, according with science, not all men born from women's womb. Well, now you can see some men are born like a Muslim bells, where father is Henry Cavill and mother is Robert Downey Jr., where both of father Henry Cavill and mother Robert Downey Jr. is men. And now, in these cases, here we are talking about Berlin attack on Berlin LGBT parents. Okay? And now, let's check it the moments. According we know that here we can see the Berlin terror shock, Pride attack suspect Abdul Balaut eliminated after citywide manhunt. And here we can see views is 2.2 thousand views as the accordance with the screenshot of July 27th. And now breaking news: police eliminate suspend the alleged Islamic terror nearby Berlin Pride festivals. Now that was the moments. And now who was in charge about the Lebanese Islamic terrorist? And now in these cases, here we can see the in charge person is Gabriele Monschau. Okay. Now we can see the fonts. And here I contact. It is the girl's name Gabriele Monschau, and I do not know this if she is a girl or not because face like a masculine and here style is boy's style, but she is a woman's. I don't know why. And now I would discuss our biodatas at the last or the another live streams. And now let's focus on it about what's going on. Okay. Now here we can see the German. We are discussing about the German traitor submarines. Okay. Now who is the German traitor submarines? The German traitor submarines is the submarine to bring our Islamic Lebanese Islamic terrorist here Abdul Balad to attack on Berlin LGBT parades. And now let's take at the moments. What is the discussion at the moment? Here we can see what is the routes. Well, here probable route is discussed. Now departure is here Lebanon, and now first route is here sea beach near to Tunisia, Albania, Spain, Morocco, well Western Sahara, Senegal, well Gambia, Beso, Liberia, and now we can Guantanamo, Angola, Namibia, South Africa, well, Mozambique, Tanzania, Kenya, Somalia, and Madagascar. Then here travels is here northern, southern Atlantic Oceans. Then here next stop is sea beach near to Buenos Aires, the capital city of Argentina. Well, every sea beach of Brazil. Caracas, the capital city of Venezuela. Well, middle sea beach of Cuba. Well, sea beach near to here Florida, provincial state of United States of America. From United States of America, the next stop is provincial state to be Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, New York, and here Canadian sea beach to be here Saint Peter and Madacos. Well, then the southern sea beach of Greenland, Iceland. Then here northern sea beach of Falk Islands, and here arrival is where is the arrivals? Bremerhaven, the city of Germany. Okay, and now in these cases, here is the it is the travel time routes. Well, what is the travel distance? In these cases, their travel distance is almost 31,120.1 nautical miles. And now here is my question that what is the meaning of, okay, now you can say what is the meaning of 31,180.1 nautical miles? That is oh my god, it is almost 20 nautical miles. Okay. Now, 31,120.1 nautical mile means almost 57,634 kilometers, 425 meters, 200 millimeters. As a round figures, here is a statement. The definition of the 31,120.1 nautical miles means here 58, almost 58,000 kilometers as a naval distance. Okay, now here we can see the points. Well, naval distance is a 58,000 kilometers, and here we are discussing about the German traitor submarines to carry Lebanese Islamic terrorist Abdul Balad from Beirut, the capital city, to Lebanon to Bremerhaven, the city of Germany, where naval distance is 58,000 kilometers. What is the naval velocity? And let's think about the points. Okay, 8 multiplied by 5 is here 40, and 5 square is 25. 250 sum by 40 is 290. Hence, here is the points to be noted, below. Here, velocity, naval velocity is 290,000 kilometer per second. And now, that is your significant moments. It is the dangerous points to be noted. And now, let's take the points. And here, let's discuss about the travel terms. And here we can see, well, now here we could notify in what is the month? July. Today's month is July. In July 25, 2026, here was an attacks on Berlin LGBT parents, where the one of the participants demonstrated LGBT is the demonstrated gay family, where father is here handicapped, biological mother is Robert Downey Jr. like man's, and here who is the son? The son is here Muslim males. And now in these cases, here we can see the points. Okay, and now let's check at the moments what's going on. Now naval distance is 58,000 kilometers and naval velocity is 290,000 kilometers per second. Hence the naval timing is here 0.2 seconds is the naval velocity, naval timings. And now what is the moments? Now in these cases, well, accordance with Lebanese travel times, well, departure is morning as a Lebanese time zone. Departure is morning 6 o'clock. It will be at Israeli time zone. That is departure is morning 6 o'clock, July 25, 2026, and the arrival would be morning 6 o'clock, 0.2 second past, July 25, 2026. Okay, hello. Salam, how are you? I hope you are fine. Well, and now, well, here we can see you are free to discuss with me, and here I would appreciate your points. Okay, and now let's check at the moments. Okay, now here is some on the findings and the points, and now this is the dangerous moments. Okay, now here we have discussed the velocity and we have discussed the travel times. And now, in these cases, well, now in the points where is Sakshija's Candace? Well, we know that Sakshija is a man-hater. Now, when Sakshija is a man-hater, in these cases, Sakshija support the existence of Gabriele Monschau, the deputy directors of whom deputy directors of German Foreign Intelligence Agency. Now, here we can see the points. Well, now here I can discuss that why Sakshija is happy when German Foreign Intelligence Agency can contain a deputy director like a women's like a Gabriele Monschau. In these cases, here is we can discuss the probable reasons. And in this case, the points when German can contain deputy directors like a I apologize when German Foreign Intelligence Agency can contain here deputy director like a woman like a Gabriele Monschau. But she here is the points. Sakshija can be relaxed because here German sovereignty can be in danger in the hands of Islamic terrorists like whom? Islamic terrorists like Abdul Balad, Islamic terrorists like Osama bin Laden, or Islamic terrorists like Ali Khamenei. Now, in these cases, we are trying to discuss in Abdul Balad. And now here we can see the points. Well, now director of German Foreign Intelligence Agency is a man, remains man. And now, if deputy directors of German Foreign Intelligence Agency would remain men, hence it is the problematic for Lebanese Islamic terrorists to attack on German Berlin parades where the participant demonstrate gay family is like brother Henry Cavill, biological father Henry Cavill, biological mother Robert Downey Jr. and son Muslim girls. And now here we can see the points in these cases when director of German Foreign Intelligence Agency remains man, deputy director of German Foreign Intelligence Agency remains man. Here it is difficult for Lebanese Islamic terrorists to destroy the sovereignty of Germany. And now, in these cases, Berlin LGBT parade is the one fraction of the German sovereignty. And now, it is the concern for whom? It is the concern for Sakshija. And now, here is the moment, now we can see the points. When Sakshija's statement is, what man can know, what man know, well, that means here we can, Sakshija's mindset is, here we can see she hates the man to be director of German Foreign Intelligence Agency and she hates man to be exists like a deputy director of German Foreign Intelligence Agency. Hence, Sakshija celebrates when German Foreign Intelligence Agency contains deputy directors like a women like a Gabriele Monschau, where it is easy for Lebanese Islamic terrorists to attack on the Berlin LGBT parade as a one fraction of German sovereignty. And now that is their significant terms, and here that is the wish of whom? That is the wish of Sakshi. Okay? And now in this cases there is the significant points. And now here we can see the Sakshi feminist celebrity like a Gabriele Monschau is a dangerous for German sovereignty, but Sakshi celebrates women to be exist as a deputy director of German Foreign Intelligence Agency. That is the German security concerns at the moment. Okay. Now here we can see this parts. We have discussed velocity, we have discussed travel times, and now let's check at the moments what's going about the points. Well, in this cases, what would be the kinetic powers? Well, here we can see velocity would be 290,000. Well, it would be German traitor. Well, it would be German anti-national submarines. Hence, the velocity would be here 290,000 km per second. And now, hence here we can see calculation would be like what? Here calculation would be like Albert Einsteinian kinetic powers methods. Okay, say it hi. Okay, Salam, how are you? I hope you are fine. Okay, now in this cases here is the points. Well, I think I would find the calculators. Okay, now let's check it the moments. And now and here we can see when the velocity would be 290,000 km per second. First of all, let's check it. What is 29? Apple guys. Well, what is 29? Can be divided by 30. That would be here 0.967. Okay. Now here we can see this is 0.967. And now what is 0.967 square? Well, that would be here 0.935089. Okay. Now here we can see what is the value of lambda. Now in this cases, value of lambda is 1 divided by bracket of square root of bracket of 1 subtract by 0.935089, and now enter bracket close. Okay, that is here we can see it is notified first as that is the value of lambda is to be here 3.925011. And now in this cases, what is the value of lambda subtract by 1? In this cases, the value of lambda subtract by 1 is 2.925011. Okay. And now here is the points of we have calculated value of lambda. But now here is the moments that can be notified that what is the value of. Okay. Now we can see these moments. Well, now it is the times the what is the value of submarine statistic energy. Now here we can see the submarine statistic energy would be like here. The weight of the submarine is 34 multiplied by 10 to the power 6 kilograms. 34 multiplied by 10 to the power 6 kilograms. That can be multiplied by what? 9 multiplied by 10 to the power 16. Because here we can notify what is velocity of light, that is 3 multiplied by 10 to the power 8 meter per second square. And hence we can notify here statistic energy is 306 multiplied by 10 to the power 22 joules. Okay. Now let's check at the moment. So here 306 multiplied by 10 to the power 22 joules. That can be multiplied by what? We could notify that can be multiplied by here 2.9250 double one as a value of lambda. Now here we can see what is the found to be kinetic energies. Okay, that would be here 8.951 multiplied by 10 to the power 24 joules. Okay, now we can see the points. Now what is the kinetic force? That is the kinetic energy to be divided by what? Well, and here we can 8.951 divided by, I have 8.951 multiplied by 10 to the power 24 joules can be multiplied by what? That can be here multiplied by 5. And now let's check at the moments. Come body, let's go body. And now in this cases, here is the times. Here we can see what is kinetic force. In this cases, kinetic force is here a kinetic energy to be divided by travel times. And what is the travel times? Here travel time is 0.2 seconds. And now what is 1 divided by travel time? That is 1 divided by 0.2 seconds. That means 5 second inverse 1. Okay. And now let's check at the moments. What is their kinetic energy? That is 8.951 multiplied by 10 to the power 24 joules. And now here we can see as a calculations here of kinetic power, that is 44.755 multiplied by 10 to the power 24 watts, because of the multiplication between 5 by 8.951 multiplied by 10 to the power 24 joules. And now let's check at the moments. Well, what is 24? That is here 6 sum by 18. What is 18? That is 3 sum by 15. That means your kinetic point is 44.755 thousand quadrillions megawatts. That is your kinetic force of watts. In this cases, here that is the kinetic force of German anti-national submarines to support whom Lebanese Islamic terrorist Abdul Balaut. Okay, and now in this cases that is the significant moments. And here we can see now the problematic is that 44.755 thousand quadrillions megawatts powerful German submarines is supporting Lebanese Islamic terrorist here Abdul Balaut. And now here was under the accountability of Gabriele Monschau. But now here Gabriele Monschau was dedicated to hires Abdul Balaut from Beirut, the capital city of Lebanon, with here support of 44.755 thousand quadrillions, quadrillions megawatts. What's well? Let me take a rest. I know Gabriele Monschau hired Abdul Balad, the Lebanese Islamic terrorist, with the support of 44.755 quadrillion megawatts German international submarines. And that is here the crime of Gabriele Monschau. But still, in this cases, here is the irony is that Gabriele Monschau is still remaining the deputy directors of whom German Foreign Intelligence Agency. But still, here irony is that here Sakshi is still remaining a man hater. Now we can see when Sakshi is a man hater, she hates men. Now she is celebrating when here Gabriele Monschau is the threat for her German sovereignty. When Gabriele Monschau is the deputy director of German Foreign Intelligence Agency. And now that is the significant point to be dangerous. Okay. Now finally we are going to some points. Well, in this cases we are going to about the fuel, where fuel would be cargo ship walls. Now in these cases, when the fuel would be cargo ship walls, what is the fuel volumes? That is your significant calculation systems. Okay. Now in these cases, here we can notify the significant calculation systems that should be here notified as soon as possible. Okay. Now here we can see this points. Well. Here it now let's check it. Calculation is 8.951 multiplied by 10 to the power 24. Well, that can be divided by what? Here we could notify that can be divided by well 2000 joule per kilogram per Kelvin as a specific heat of cargo ship oils multiplied by 50 degrees Celsius as a highest temperature difference, that would be multiplied by 1.01 kilogram per liter as a density of cargo ship oils. And now let's check it. What's the moment at the points? In these cases, that would be here 88.7 quadrillion liters of petrols. That means, well, here what is the cargo ship oil expenditures? That means would be 88.7 quadrillion United States dollars on the cargo ship oils of German international submarines, only to hire whom? Only to hire Lebanese Islamic terrorist Abdul Balad. Okay. And now here is the moments. But the irony is that, what is the irony? Here the irony is, well, our Sakshi is still celebrating the existence of Gabriele Monschau, the women to be deputy directors of German Foreign Intelligence Agency, and that is the significant concerns against about the German sovereignty. Okay, and now let's check at the moments, and here we can see. Well, and here now here we can see this points. Oh my God, that's captured on well, German gross mass tech products in United States has dollar in 2026. Now here we can see that would be here oh my Adonais. Here we can see the funds. Here world meters information is available. I do not know why is as okay. Now it is now let's check it about IMF data matter. Oh my gosh. Here is nothing like a significant informations. Now back to the worldometers. Okay. We have to trust on IMF because IMF is the good for the moments. Okay. Now let's check this. What is IMF? Points in this cases. IMF, according with IMF, German. What is your German gross domestic products? That is your 5.45 trillion United States dollars. Okay. Now here we can see. Well, it is the information accordance with voltometers. Well, and now IMF is still loading. Now you can trust with IMF data mappers. Okay. Now here we can see now iron is there. Well, where Germany's gross domestic products is 5.45 trillion United States dollars. Now we can see the funds. Abdul Balad, Abdul Balad, the Lebanese Islamic terrorist, is hired by Gabriele Monschau, the woman to be deputy director of German Foreign Intelligence Agency, just in the purpose to attack on Berlin LGBT parents. And here, with the German anti-national submarine cost to be what? The cost to be here almost 88.7 quadrillion United States dollars as the cost of the entire cargo ship also. And now that is here significant dangerous moments as soon as possible we could see. Okay. Now here we can see the funds. Now let's check out the moments. Well, what is here? Okay, is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, 6. 6 multiplied by 3 is 18. Well, now here I can see the funds that I think here is a miscalculation. That would be here 88.7 thousand quadrillion United States dollars on the cargo ship also. Well, because the fuel is 88.7 thousand quadrillion liters. And now that is here significant moments. That is the security concerns of the German sovereignty. Okay. Now what is 1000 quadrillion divided by 1 trillion? That is 1 million trillions divided by 1 trillion, that is 1 million. Okay. Now in this cases here is the moments. Now here is something like calculations that we contains just a common sense. 88.7 can be divided by 5.45 Now let's check it. What is the calculations? That is 16.2753. Okay. Now here we can notify is that well now here Sakshi is happy when the Gabriele Monschau, the women to be deputy directors of German Foreign Intelligence Agency, is dedicated to destroy German gross domestic products. In here 16 millions 275,300 tons only to hire Lebanese Islamic terrorist Abdul Balaut to attack on here Berlin LGBT prides, where the participants demonstrated gay family of the Berlin LGBT pride was demonstrated biological father Henry Cable's, demonstrated biological mother Robert Downey Jr. and here demonstrated son likes Muslim bells. And now that is the significant moments in this cases. Here we can see Sakshi is happy in this circumstance. On the other hand, Sakshi is angry when German Foreign Intelligence Agency contents man vote to be here director and deputy directors who is dedicated to protect German sovereignty, particularly German LGBT community from Lebanese Islamic terrorists like Abdul Balaut. And now that is the significant points. Here is the clear-cut moments. Here anti-national women to be deputy directors of German Foreign Intelligence Agency is the favorite celebrity of whom Sakshi has. And here is the moments. What is the point Sakshi is learning as a fan of German feminist celebrity like Gabriele Monschau, the women to be deputy director of German Foreign Intelligence Agency. In this cases, now here is a dangerous point. German Foreign Intelligence Agency is under the command by women only to destroy German gross domestic products in 16,275,300 tons to hire Lebanese Islamic terrorists like Abdul Balaut to eliminate the Berlin LGBT communities. And that is the significant dangerous points. And now here is the moments. Well, it is the first probable routes. Now I did not discuss about the second probable routes. In that cases, second probable naval routes is more dangerous than previous. And now in these cases, now here we can see. Okay. Now in the second naval routes did not cover second naval routes did not cover the western sea beach of the African Ocean continents. Okay. And now let's check out the moments. What's going on? Here I contain just 1 minute. And now let's check out the moments at the points. And here we are backing to the cartoonist map. And now Okay, here we can write repeatedly. Departure is Beirut, Lebanon. Okay, I apologize. Beirut, Lebanon. Okay, Beirut. Well, and now let's check at the moments. Here is the times that can be travels. Oh my gosh. Oh my Adonai. Here we can see. Well, okay. Now we found the moments. It is almost Hamburg. Okay. Hamburg. Okay. It is at Hamburg, Germany. And now let's coming to the back to the original map. Okay. Now here we can see these points. Okay. Now they are touching the sea beach of Egypt, but they did not touch the sea beach of Israel. Okay. Now here we can see that is the moments. Well, now here just we have to contain some 1 points, and now well here we can see. Now here we can convert the one stop is like an well eastern southern South Africa. Okay. Now in this cases, I think there are some moments. Well, in the second points is like a hammered. Well, now let's check it if would be dangerous or not, because everything's about the experiments on to calculate the significant monies that can be notified as an which naval route is dangerous for the sovereignty of Germany. That is the questionable points. Okay. And now here we can see. I think here it is almost here. Next, the 1 point is go to. I think the 2 point is go to the Western Australia. Okay. 1 point can be here. Go to the words. The man's here. Oman's, and here 1 point is we can see we are trying to find just a naval woods, and now let's check it. It is the dangerous points that can be significant concern for the Germany. Okay, now here I can see the points. Next route is here near to which country? The country is Bangladesh. I apologize, and here you can see. Well, next route is Malaysia. Okay. Now here we can see the points. What is the next routes? Well, here we can contains the travel time about the Buenos Aires, the capital city of Germany. And now here we can see the words going on. There is the travel points at some moments. Okay, now here we can see. Well. And now one is set as a New York, and another point is set as an Caracas, the capital city of whom? Caracas, the capital city of Venezuela. And now let's check at the moments. What's going on? Okay. And now let's check it. Another point is like on the Canada. And now the midpoint near to Germany is would be on here Iceland and here Greenland and oh my what? Fog Icelands and these moments. And here we can see these points. Well, I think it will be as a clear-cut moments. And now let's check at the points. Well, now here we could see it is not too as dangerous as we could find. Okay, but now it is really at the dangerous moments, and that is the clear-cut harmful for our times. Well, now here we can see it is the second route, and probably that would be here cost like an less expenditures. Now, what is the points? It is about 29 naval distances 29,736. Now, here is my question that what is 29,736? That is the significant points. Here is the justified moments. Okay. Now, well, I think we are forgetting like nautical miles. Okay. Yes. Now it is 29,756 nautical miles. Now what is the meaning of that? And now in this cases, oh my other nice. It would be 36 equal to in lieu of 56. Okay. Now here you can see what is the meaning of 29,736 nautical miles. That would be here the moments. It is almost 55,071 kilometers, 72 meters. As a round figure, it would be almost 56,000 kilometers. And now, previously we have discussed about 58,000 kilometers, and now it is almost 56,000 kilometers. Now, what is 56,000 kilometers to be calculated like a here months? That would be here 280,000. Okay. Now, in this cases, here is the points. Well, in this cases, travel time is same. Here, departure time would be morning 6 o'clock, July 25, 2026, and here arrival time on Hamburg, the city of Germany, would be here morning 6 o'clock, 0.2 seconds here, July 25, 2026. July 25, 2026. And now, in these cases, but here velocity is just like a difference. In that cases, when the velocity is different, here previous route contains the velocity to be 290,000 km per second, and new route is like here 280,000 km per second. And now, in this cases, just here second route cost here velocity to be 10,000 km per second less. Okay. Now in this cases, here is the moment. So what is the value of lambda subtract by 1. Now here we can see, at first of all, let's check it what is, 28 can be divided by 30, that would be here 0.934. Okay, now here is the moment at the points. What is 0.934 square? 0, I apologize, 0.934 square is almost 0.872356. Okay, now what is value of lambda? Now in this cases, here we can say the points. Now I am finding the value of lambda, that would be here 1 divided by bracket of square root of bracket of 1 subtract by 0.872356. And now let's check at the moments. And now here we can see there's the significant terms. Okay, that is almost 2.7 lambda, value of lambda to be here 2.79899. Okay, now what is the value of lambda subtract by 1? That is here 1.79899. Okay, we know the statistic energies of German international submarine would be here 306 multiplied by 10 to the power 22 joules. And now let's check at the moments. What is the meaning of the kinetic energy? Okay. Now in these cases, here kinetic energy is a significant dangerous moments. Well, that can be multiplied by words. Well, 1.79899. And now here we can see the points that would be notified. Well, that is almost 5.505 multiplied by 10 to the power 24 joules. Okay. Now in these cases, when the travel time is 0.2 seconds, what would be the kinetic powers? And now here we can see, 5.505 multiplied by 10 to the power 24 joules, that can be divided by 0.2. That means 5.505 multiplied by 10 to the power 24 joules can be multiplied by 5 second inverse. And now in this cases, what is the kinetic powers? That is here 27.525 multiplied by 10 to the power 24 watts. That is here almost 27,000 quadrillions megawatts. And now in these cases, there is the moments. Here we can see this points. 5.505 multiplied by 10 to the power 24 joule can be divided by watts. Bracket of 2000 joule per kilogram per Kelvin as a specific heat of cargo ship walls can be multiplied by 50 degrees Celsius as a highest temperature difference can be multiplied by 1.01 kilogram per liters as a density of cargo ship walls. Hence, what is the cargo ship wall volume? That would be here almost 54.5, 54.6 multiplied by 10 to the powers in this cases 54.6 multiplied by 10 to the power 18 liters of cargo ship walls. And here cargo ship wall cost is almost 54.6 thousand quadrillions United States dollars on cargo ship walls to hire Lebanese Islamic terrorists Abdul Balad from Beirut, the capital city of Lebanon, to Hamburg, the city of Germany. And now, in this cases, here we can see the funds. Well, now here we can see, well, first route is clears at the point, and second route is clears. Well, now here 54 point, what is 54.6 sum by 88.7, that would be here 143.3. Now what is multiplication between 2 by 143.3? That is 286.6. That means here we can see the funds. Well, Abdul Balad, the Lebanese Islamic terrorist, hiring and his enter plan and exit plan, it is the clear-cut moments that would be here in the cost of 286.6 thousand quadrillions United States dollars. And now, in this cases, here we can see now what is 286.6 thousand quadrillion United States dollars when the German gross domestic product is 5.45 trillion United States dollars. Now here we can see 1000 quadrillion divided by 1 trillion is 1 million. And now here we can see the 286.6 can be divided by, well, verse 5.45. And now here is the result is here 52.587155. Okay. Now I apologize, 52.587156. Okay. Now here we can see the spots. Now, well, here we can see Sakshi is angry if and only if here German Foreign Intelligence Agency contains men to be both of director and deputy directors to protect the German sovereignty, where Berlin LGBT parade is the one fraction of the German sovereignty. But in this case, on the other hand, Sakshi is happy where, well, where German Foreign Intelligence Agency contains deputy director like a woman like Gabriele Monschau to be feminist celebrity who is hiring Lebanese Islamic terrorist Abdul Balad to attack on Berlin LGBT parades with the enter plan cost and exit plan cost to be here destruction of German gross domestic products in 52 million here 587,156 times. And now that is the dangerous moments, and it is more dangerous that we can see. Now here we can notice the Sakshi is happy when the German Foreign Intelligence Agency contains here deputy director like a anti-nationals. And now in these cases, here is the points. We state every time that women are anti-nationals, men are nationalists. Hence, when women can be deputy director of German Foreign Intelligence Agency, that is the threat on the security of German sovereignty. And now, that is the significant threat as we can see. Well, I think here I could not touch with here even 30 friends, and that is my significant failures. Well, it is probably related because I am discussing about the LGBT, Berlin LGBT points, patterns, particularly terrorist attack on Berlin LGBT parents. And now, in these cases, here is the moments. Well, it is my second live stream to discuss about Berlin LGBT parents, and I think I am losing my interest to discuss about that because it is Berlin LGBT parents is not trending in South Asia like India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and it is trending only in where? It is trending only in well England, America, Israel, and Germany. And now that is the moment to be scary points. Okay. Now see you then here. Khuda Hafiz. Love you, and my uh, next live stream to roast Sakshi in the topic of Gabriele Monschau, the woman to be deputy director of German Foreign Intelligence Agency, is about the here driving points distance and or the flying distance. And now it is the moment. See you then. Khuda Hafiz. Love you.